Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12, and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the NC State Wolfpack taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gamecocks offense will take the first swing of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. And he intercepts it. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
He'll pull it down and run. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Snags it over the middle. Finds a crease at the 20. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em. And they hooked a W in this one. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
And the ball is picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Handoff from the shotgun. Discards a man.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
The Gamecocks pick up the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Set up for second and short after that completion. Takes the handoff. It's Sanders. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Buying some time. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Using his feet to buy time. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Shoots it to the left. They intercept it. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Moves around to clear up the vision. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Unleashes to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. Coming after it. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty.
Number 4 on the field.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
South Carolina, 14, NC State, 7.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He'll do it himself. At the 45 on his way. Can anyone catch him? He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. NC State quick to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be knocked down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the run, it's McDowell. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to run for it. Bulls his way forward. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's loose. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. Scrambling away. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break.
Ready,
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bennett. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Waters. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of the time to get to that 1st down mark. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He got it. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Cincinnati handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On second down, looking again to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Scanning the field, it's McCall. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good.
Well, you're always going to wonder what would have, could have, should have happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
On second down, just keeps firing. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good.
Going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
On the move, it's Waters. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Snags it down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That's the thing about this offense. You think you've got him backed up, and then you don't. 1st and 10 from inside the 50. To the air, it's Sellers. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, NC State! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A 1st down for the offense. Power football with the run. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of it.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Buys a little extra time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Now on 3rd down for this offense. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing Even with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Back to throw, it's Sellers. The offense coughs it up. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. And a chance to take the lead in this game goes by the boards with the fumble.
They knew they had that golden opportunity, right? Down in the red zone. We're in the second half right now, and they're not going to get that many more chances. I think just being a little bit too greedy on that play, you need to understand when the play is over. Give the defense a ton of credit for creating that fumble.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
That's a good run to give him some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pocket starts to collapse, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the...
Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. To the air, it's Sellers. Going for it all. Got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching his defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Makes the catch. It's Waters. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll throw it on first down. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab on the left side. Open runway ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arizona dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss.
Back to pass, it's McCall.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man in the middle. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
NC State going up tempo. On second down, he'll fire. He lost one down the sideline. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants to throw it again. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He's going up top. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, South Carolina! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together. Down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. trying to get everybody set, but the clock's still running. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Concepcion. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking downfield, it's McCall. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And listen, you had to take a shot. You got to make something happen. Somebody has to make a play and to get back in this ball game, down a couple of scores. And
looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Snatches it on the right. Oh, look out. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their play.